were shooting at each other. And you know how the police found out what the situation was and how, because Taxstone he's had a criminal record that stipulated he could not be in possession of a firearm, right? So when he is on video using a firearm, now they got him on that. Then what happened is they found out that his friend had actually bought the firearm across state lines, which is also a crime, in order to get the firearm to Taxstone, the same firearm that got used. And this guy had come from Florida all the way back up to New York. And the way they figured this out is that they go on Instagram, and the guy who had the gun was taking pictures in Miami, and then they tracked him all the way up to New York using social media, et cetera, et cetera. I'm bringing all that up to say this, that law enforcement looks for crimes against high-profile people because it helps build the resume of the district attorneys and the state's attorneys and the prosecutors who bring these cases. In other words, if a prosecutor was to take me or you to court as the defendant and we're not super famous and they get a conviction against me or you, that's one thing. If you get a conviction against Puff Daddy or Donald Trump or Jay-Z, that's a career case. Like, your career gets bigger because you're the one who brought Donald Trump to justice or you took Puff Daddy to jail. So when you see these cases against these high-profile people, don't think that they're doing this just because this person necessarily committed some egregious crime. That's often not the case. Sometimes it is, most of the time it's not. It's because getting a case against this guy or against this girl or against this high-profile person makes the prosecutor look good. It's like a notch on their belt. It's kind of like winning the championship in basketball. All right, it's one thing if you win a regular season game in December. It's another thing to win the championship. So putting some everyday person behind bars for 3 years is one thing. Putting Puff Daddy behind bars for 3 years is a much bigger thing. So these prosecutors are looking for ways to get a case against these people once they get status. So speaking of Puff Daddy, I mean, we're talking about him. He had a song, very famous song from back in the 90s called Mo Money, Mo Problems. Y'all remember that song? Well, one of the things that comes with more notoriety and making more money, and often when you make a lot of money, especially in the entertainment, people coming after you just because of who you are and what you have or what they think you have. And some of the people coming after you are not just everyday people in the street who might want to try to rob you or get a lawsuit against you and want you to punch them in the face so they can sue you, but also the authorities, that they're looking for dirt on you because, again, a prosecutor can advance their career 10 levels quickly by finding a case against you. Just by getting you to go to jail, they can advance their own careers. So there's a whole game going on here. This is the reason why people who become publicly noted for their success, especially financially,